The Biden administration is planning to leave the authority to dictate America's policies during a pandemic entirely to the WHO. U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Xavier Becerra joined with WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus in September of 2022 to announce the U.S. WHO Strategic Dialogue. They spawned the Zero Draft of the pandemic treaty on the so-called grounds of protecting the health of people worldwide. The Zero Draft gives the WHO the authority to declare and manage global pandemic emergencies. Once a health emergency is declared, all signatories, including the United States, would then defer to WHO authority for treatment, for government regulations such as blockades and vaccine regulations, for global supply chains, and for population surveillance and oversight. It is scheduled to work out the final terms at a WHO meeting on February 27th. It would then be signed by its 194 member states, including the United States. David Bell, a public health physician and former WHO staffer specializing in epidemic policy, said they want to see a centralized vaccine and medication-based response and a very restrictive response in terms of controlling populations. Besides the WHO Pandemic Treaty, there is an initiative by the World Health Assembly to create new global pandemic regulations that would also supersede the laws of member states. Francis Boyle, a professor of international law at the University of Illinois College of Law, told the Epoch Times both initiatives are fatally dangerous. Boyle also said either one or both would set up a worldwide medical police state under the control of the WHO and in particular WHO Director General Tedros. Dr. Merle Nass says that this is equivalent to the idea that once the WHO declares a health emergency, then they can force people around the world to use specific drugs or vaccines. Nass added, if these rules go through as currently drafted, I, as a doctor, will be told what I am allowed to give a patient and what I am prohibited from giving a patient whenever the WHO declares a public health emergency. Nass also said, what they're also saying is they believe in equity, which means everybody in the world gets vaccinated, whether or not you need it, whether or not you're already immune.